Yeah. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Happy Saturday to everybody out there watching this episode of Artist Spotlight on Viral Hip Hop News. I am Sam Ant, CEO of the brand Viral Hip Hop News, and I'm very excited to get, I guess we can call this Artist Spotlight Week, because for some reason the last few days I've been getting hit with a bunch of dope people wanting to come on the platform and share their story and share their music and share their product and share their comedy like we're about to get blessed with today. And I'm very excited to do so. I love promoting. I love sharing independent musicians, comedians, entrepreneurs in general. I love sharing their stories with the people. I love the networking aspect of it. I love the building aspect of it. And that's what we're doing here today. And I don't think we have anybody any better to start with than my brother, comedian Triple P. I know him as Corey, known his brother for some time now. It's crazy how I'm interviewing him now, and it's almost become full circle, given that he's probably been around talking to me since damn near the beginning of Viral Hip Hop News, and was one of the first people to patronize Viral Hip Hop News and kind of start Artist Spotlight. And we'll go ahead and get into all of that, man. I'm very excited to get him on. Y'all go ahead in the comment section and leave your area codes wherever you're watching. As you come in, make sure you share this video, because we're about to bring on my bro right now. He's chomping at the bit, and I'm very excited to have him on. Comedian Triple P, what up with your brother?
Man, it's a great honor, boss, man. I appreciate you for you having me back. People probably don't know my story, but we go way, 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 way back. Years and years and years and years. Before I was even a comedian, even thought about comedy. Much
Bro, it's
love and much
crazy. And
respect.
much love and much respect to you, brother. And like I said, before comedian Triple P, before we was doing all this, you were a entrepreneur, a father trying to make a child's dream come alive. You talked to me about that. We talked about that in very, very intimate detail. And I can't wait for people just to know your story, know your grind. You out here doing your thing. Comedian Triple P, I see you all over the place now. You at all these comedy clubs throughout the country. I'm super proud at what you're doing, man, to see where you have gone from where you were going. And we're going to get into all that. But before we do, man, if you don't mind kind of sharing with the people some of your humble beginnings, how you even got into the industry, what were your goals and passions growing up? How did you grow up? Kind of share with the people if you don't mind, brother.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Ann, if you know me a little bit, I got into the industry through music because
Yep.
I wanted my daughter to have a better life than I had. I wanted her to have an opportunity to get signed to a major label or to somebody major because she was singing since she was 5 years old. So she was singing since she was 5 years old. So I wanted my daughter to make it, not me.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of things to try to help. I went to Love and Hip Hop. I asked them to help me. Q Parker worked on her first EP. Salute, Mr. Q Parker, Miss Dora, Atlanta. It's just ironic. I'm in Atlanta, and Atlanta was the first that helped me to make it. Salute, Atlanta. Atlanta always be trying to help people. I don't know why, but this city right here be trying to help people. Q
Yeah.
Parker, B. Scott Music. And y'all, without y'all, because y'all were supposed to bring me and Kiara to y'all studio to record and work on it. I don't know what happened. Kiara went to college, and next thing I know, sh- I don't know what got in her head. She told me my daddy don't like me. Bottom line, and I just cannot believe she thinking like that. And I was really trying to give it all for her to make it. Like that. Sometimes me and my wife was talking about this last night. Sometimes I cry when I do shows and event, and I meet a lot of celebrity because it wasn't supposed to be for me. It was supposed to be for my daughter.
Yeah, I remember for years. I mean, we were working. And for the people who don't know, if you've been a follower of this platform for some time, we're talking about Jade Maseltoff, and was a credible singer, incredible artist. We've had her on a few times. We shared her music few times, and it's absolutely phenomenal. This woman is one of the best singers out here. And for a long time, you, my brother, was out here, Corey. You were trying to really kind of put her in the forefront. I remember you
Yes,
were
sir.
doing limo driving, you were grinding, you were pounding the pavement, doing whatever you had to do to make sure that your daughter made it. And I don't want to get too much into your personal business, because this is going to be a happy. I want this to be a happy interview and to
Yes,
celebrate
sir.
what you got going on right now. But if you
Yes, sir.
don't mind, like, where did it kind of, without giving too much away, like, where did it kind of split? Like, and is she still doing music?
Uh, I think when Carol when she was 28 years old, from 5 years old all the way up to 28, she's 30 now. I got with a producer named B. Scott Music. He know the industry. phenomenon producer. And he came down here, he looked at the paperwork, he did the paperwork three-way split the correct way. He produced the music, he flew out to my house. We
Yeah.
drunk Hennessy together. Shout out to B Scott Music.
Yeah.
And he like, okay, you pay for everything, you own the masters, is your label, but I'm helping you because I know how adamant you want your daughter to get in the music industry.
Yeah.
So he did the song called Whoa Whoa. Whoa Whoa took off in the clubs and stuff like that. So Kara technically was signed to me. I'm trying to protect my daughter by being signed with her dad. So we split it everything three ways evenly. I don't know how the music industry's supposed to go, but I wanted everything to be even for all three of us. So it
Right.
won't be no disrespect to nobody.
Right.
So Kiara got married to a person uh that never put a penny in from 5 years old all the way to 29, never put a penny in, but he always had the biggest say so, do this, do that, do this, do that. So Kiara was signed to me, so we was working with B. Scott, but somehow she was trying to work with another producer on the side. I'm like, Kara, you can't do that. This man flying out here, he paying for us and he putting his time and he giving us his contact. That's something major.
Yeah.
This the chance we want. And that's how I believe everything starting going wrong.
Understood. Is she doing music? She's still doing music now? I know
Oh
that was,
yeah, Kara, believe it or not, my daughter Jade Master Kara, I love her to death, even though she think her daddy don't love her. The
yeah.
girl can sing. I can't even take that from her. She the most talented one out of all the family members. The girl could blow. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure. And salute to Jade. Hopefully you're still doing your thing. And hey, I know, and I'm not getting into family business, personal business. It's not my place. But what I do know is from a father's perspective, you love your daughter and you only want to
Yes,
see
sir.
the best with her, man. And I always will salute you for that, no matter what the
Appreciate it.
circumstances is. And I'm looking at you from afar because I got two young children and I hope to never be in that situation. But in the event that I am, I know to still continue to shower love and respect to my children. So salute to you for that, brother. And I appreciate you
Always.
for doing
Yeah,
that.
I
All
can't
right,
go
so
to
let's
war.
go ahead, brother.
No, I can't go to war with my daughter. You know, whatever she feel, that's how she feel. As a man, I just got to put on my back and
Yeah,
keep striving and do triple P.
you're a good brother. Now let's talk about triple mother effing P real quick because
Yeah,
it seems
comedian
like
triple P.
out of the ashes of what happened,
Tell the
her
God I'm the truth. I'm kind of happy because Jade Masterton, I birthed my daughter. She birthed comedian triple P.
that's what
For
I'm
real.
saying. Out of the ashes of what happened with the whole
Yeah.
music thing, birthed a comedian and a wild ass comedian at that, bro. I see you doing some of these skits. I'm like, oh, I'm 41 years old. I know I'm not, I don't know, I don't want to put an age on you, but I know you're probably a little older than me, OG, and you out here fucking jumping around and you bringing life back, man. It's an exuberant life that you bring to all your comedy. There's a happiness that you bring to your comedy. So just talk about how even you woke up one day and say, you know what? I want to do this comedy shit. Like, how did that spawn?
Hey, boss, I cried so much. Let me tell you a little bit more back about the backstory. I lost a
Yeah,
son through suicide. That's
yeah,
why Jade came with the song Depression. She lost a brother. I lost a son. People will
okay,
never understand. I lost my first and only son. That pain still hurt in my heart right now today. I
yes, sir.
still cry about it. But I still got to try to live. I try to do my comedy special. I laugh, not to cry.
Yeah,
So I'm always trying to be happy. I'm always doing comedy. I'm always trying to laugh. And I met a lot of wonderful people through this journey. And I told them my story. I mean, it hurt. I mean, I could never ever disrespect no family member that ever lost someone, that ever had somebody lost. My condolences go out to anybody ever lost a loved one. That pain is just like a needle that's keep poking you that would never go away. At
yeah,
least on my end.
yeah. I can't
That's
wait.
how that's how I got into comedy. I started to say enough is enough. I just want to start laughing. I've started off at Arlington Improv. I went down there to a comedian named Joe Reno. He's real famous out here in the Dallas area. One of the kings of comedy. He worked with Shucky Ducky, Cat Williams. The man is a phenomenon. And I told him my story, and I said, "Can I go on open mic?" About 3, 4 years ago. He said, "Sure." And I said, "My mama said I was special." And I said, "I got fired after 25 years." He just bust out laughing. He just bust out laughing. He said, "Man, you got to be lying." I said, "It's the truth." And I said, "Can I come back?" He said, "You can come back." And that's how the journey started.
So you went out there kind of you went out there on that open mic night more so for therapy. Let me just get out. Let me laugh to kind of stop from crying, and from there kind of started what you got going on.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Wow.
Because I had a DJ that was trying to help. Kiara get her music out there. Shout out to DJ Steve. So me and DJ Steve used to travel all over the city trying to promote Kiara record, doing her music. And me and him being in the background, I just be making him laugh. He like, nigga, now skip my way, not the N-word. He said, boy, you funny than a mud. I said, not me. He said, you miss your calling. I said, what's my calling? He said, comedy. He said, you is funny. Shout out to DJ Steve. And he always used to encourage me about 7 years ago to get into comedy. But I never got into it, never wanted to do it. Till after my daughter fired me, I was like, man, I ain't got nothing else. Cause I done put my whole life and all my assets, all my money, homes to try to help her to make it.
So a lot of people are told they're funny, right? I'm told I'm funny all the time. A lot of people are told they're funny, but it's totally different from being told you're funny and going on stage and being able to execute a routine to make people that don't know you laugh.
Yeah, that's hard, Paul.
You've been seen to being successful doing that. You continue to get gigs, so you must be doing something right? So how did you, once you did that first open mic and the bug bit you, how did you kind of start laying the foundation on honing your craft? Like, was it a work in progress? Did you get on stage and was like, they ain't really feel it the way I did? Did you work with other comedians to kind of tighten up your craft? Like, how did you throughout this journey, like, kind of tighten up your craft in comedy?
Hey, boss, I'll be lying to you if I said I did everything on my own. That's not the case at all. I had a lot of mentorship. I had a lot of help. Joe Reynolds, I went to his comedy class. He sat down and broke one-liners. He broke down the structure, the timing, your voice. He broke down everything for me to try to get into comedy, what you got to do. And it's a lot of work. I did not know these comedians have to have skills, timing, education, writing, and everything. Like, this is not just you could go on the stage and just make people laugh. You got time, you got 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20 headliners. It just steps. And shout out to Joe Reynolds once again. He broke it down for me, took me under his wing, under his class, him and Blast, and they taught me the ins and outs. And Mr. Shucky Ducky was a mentor. Barber the Funny was a mentor. JJ Lounge, DJ Steve was a mentor. He let me host and telling me I need to develop my voice. DJ Frank, also another DJ, was a host. And so and a bunch of comedians working with me. Corey Cherry got on me, JJ Williams. So it's not just me. It's me and the family. I'll be lying and say I did it on my own, boss.
Nah, and salute for you and respect for you for giving love to all of those people that kind of helped you do what you have to do, because
yes, sir,
it's never you may see somebody on camera, you may see somebody on stage, and you think that's the end product, but there's a foundation underneath that never really gets talked about or shined upon that helps people get to where they are. So salute for you for doing that. And I used to speak a lot with I say the godfather of comedy, Bob Sumner, who helped spawn Def Comedy Jam and things like that. And he would talk and help comedians build their routine, take it from, I remember he would do like virtual open mics where he'll allow comedians to do 3-minute sets and then eventually build that to 5-minute, build that to 10, 15. And from there, how did you take, like, how was the process of you building your set? Did you take it from like, all right, I got a 3-minute set, let me master that. Okay, now let me build that 3, take it to 6, 10, so on and so forth. Like, how did you build your set?
So what happened was Arlington Improv got like a big old clock you can't miss. And they said they give you 5 minutes open mic. They give you 5 minutes, go up there and do what you got to do. So I went up there. I said, at first I used to try to write. I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good speller. So I just started using my natural comedy with the little comedy. That's what I think I developed comedian Triple P. I took a lot of my natural, because I played a lot of sport. I played football, basketball, wrestle, 20-0 football. So that's why I do a lot of physical comedy, because I have a lot of sport life. So some of them hits don't hurt, but some of them do hurt. I got older.
Man, I'm telling you, like you put your body on the line, dog. I'll put it that way. You put your body on the line. So let's talk about that, because you got your comedy on stage, you got your comedy set, you're doing your thing on stage. But then you also have the other side, and that's your social media, which you just you're a fool on stage. You just a fool. You know what I mean? And I mean that in the most loving and respectful way. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. You are you are a physical comedian. You put your body on the line to make people laugh. So is that always something that you kind of inspired in, being that physical comedian as well? And how does that kind of compare to what you do on stage?
First, I want to say shout out to Keenan Presents, Miss Sharik, Mr. Keenan Thompson, the whole family. They made me believe. Too Hot Radio also. They fly me out to Atlanta and gave me an opportunity. I don't know how I fell in their lap, but
Yeah,
they brought me in and they was helping me out. And I seen a lot of other great comedians and other great comics. And I'm like, wow, you got to come with it. These people don't play out here in Atlanta. This is like the capital place of comedy. They don't play.
right,
So I started looking at them, not saying still in their style. I like, man, you got to come with it. Comedian Triple P, you can't come up here to,
right,
man, they'll
right,
boo you behind off the stage. You got to come with it.
right.
And I thought I was like a Jackie Chan of comedy a little bit. Like I like to do my own physical stunt. I'll run in the wall, whatever. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I just do it. My mindset is do it. I just do it.
So how does that do you is that kind of your routine on stage as well?
On stage, I'm physical and I got a lot of energy, but I
Yeah.
can't hit myself in the mic and
Right,
bust the
right.
teeth in my head out of stage.
Tearing the
But I
fucking
be
comedy
wanting to,
club
but
up.
I don't do it though.
Can't be in there tearing the club up, whatnot. That's
I know,
funny.
right? Let's get this dude up out of it. I call myself the jackass of comedy, one of the worst to ever do it.
That's so
I
dope.
developed my
Like how
own
did
style.
and you always do it with a smile. Like I'm telling you, Corey, is an energy. Like I watch you. I may not always say anything, but I watch, and there's an energy. It's an infectious, positive vibe that permeates throughout not only your social media but your comedy. You always smiling. You always giving like just positive energy, and I think people really are receptive to that. So was that like a mind? Was it a mindset going into your comedy, or is that just something natural that's always just been in you?
At Boss, I'm gonna go back to Kiara. I used
Yeah,
to go travel with Kiara all over the country, Atlanta, Q Parker, all over the country. Travel with my daughter, and my daughter is very educated and very strong. I give her that.
yeah,
And when I used to go places with her, she'd be like, "Daddy, stop being a groupie. Sit there. Stop. Don't drink and don't do this." And I listen to my daughter like I'm a drinker. I do drink. I'm not perfect.
right.
But now after my daughter fired me, I just became me. Like I drank and I want to smile and I love people. That's who I am. I do have a limo service. I respect all black, white, Hispanic, green. I got nothing against nobody. So when she fired me, I just became who I really am as a person. I know that sounds weird, but it's the
Nah,
truth.
it doesn't. You just said, I don't want to say you said enough's enough, but I'm just going to go out here and be me. You released yourself. And once you did, you seen the results. So talk about that. Talk about the power in just saying, you know what, enough's enough. I'm just going to let go and just be me, unapologetically me. What did that mean for you to do that and see results come from that? Because you put so much time into your daughter, you put so much time into other people. When you finally put it into you and got the results, how did that make you feel?
Well, at first it felt real weird. It felt like I was selfish,
Hmm.
but I gave 25 years of my life, everything I had for my daughter. I mean, every penny, every nickel, every dime. I sold houses. I was sleeping homeless. We traveled to New York Apollo Theater in a car in the snow. I remember one time I stood in the snow up to my knees, cold, trembling, so my daughter could have an opportunity to make it
Yeah.
on Apollo. So now, after I did everything, I said, I owe nobody nothing. I did everything manly possible for my daughter to make it. And I just turned around and said, I'm going to do everything possible for Corey, comedian, Triple P. So it was almost easy. I believe I was in the industry with the music
You
already.
were. You were.
I was in
100%.
the industry already. So it's just like, okay, instead of music, just do what you got to do for her. Just do it in comedy. You could pose. Like I know I know a lot of people already. So it's almost kind of easy in so many words. 25 years to help her. I just took all the knowledge and market and promotion, which she don't understand. Like your daddy was your biggest marketer. Your daddy was your biggest promoter. The part she didn't see that I was on the phone all night calling you, calling everybody, begging and pleading, sending tapes, and that part she didn't see. The money, she didn't see that part. She
Yeah.
just seen like when I did get a show, I give it to her. And other people didn't see the hard work and the dedication came with it. So it just took that and just put it for myself and do it. So it was kind of easy.
Does she see it now? I mean, I don't know the
I,
level of communication you guys have, but does she kind of see the work that you're putting in now?
I didn't talk to Kara about 2 or 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I mean, I love my daughter. I got nothing but respect
Yeah.
and everything for. I mean, one day I was drinking and I had too much alcohol, and I said some things I shouldn't have said. I apologized to her, but she think that was the real me because I was drunk. I was drunk and turned up and lit. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And I said some things I shouldn't have said. I apologize, but I guess you don't want to hear the apology. I'm
Yeah.
not perfect. I'm human. I make mistakes.
Yeah, we all do. And like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm not trying to put too much of your personal business
Oh
out there,
no,
but
no, no, boss.
I got so much love for you and everything you're doing, and
I
I'm a
appreciate that,
supporter as
bro.
well, brother. I want to see you win. I want to see you do your thing. So we're gonna continue just to spread the word and do whatever we can. But let me ask you this about the comedy, because you said
Yes,
it
sir.
can't. You said for the most part, because you've invested 25 years into this business. Maybe not for you, but you've invested the time in the business. When you did put it towards yourself, you did see results just a little faster, maybe a little easier.
Yeah.
What were some of the most difficult things that you didn't realize came into comedy? What were some difficult times that you may have had on stage that you had to learn from and take into the next set?
Uh, I remember one time I went to this place called Twice as Funny, and I thought I was bigger than what I was. I thought I was ready for the big mainstream in 6 months. And I went out there and they got a rude awakening. They just looked at me and stared. I was like, oh, say something. My mama said I was special. I smoked my first crack rock. Hell, but somebody in it. They just looking at me like,
Ooh,
I said, damn, Joe Reno and Mr. Blast was right. I need to sit my behind that. I need to start writing.
yeah.
This ain't no just you go on the stage and just say what you want. People pay their money. They want to be laughing, entertained the correct way, not just ah. So that right there was a stepping stone in the right direction. That's when I tried to started taking it more serious by writing and putting it together, and also taking my physical comedy and trying to make comedian Triple P.
Where were you at when that happened?
Uh, I think I went to Twice as Funny.
Oh, you
I was
told me that.
trying to, and okay, my bad. Twice as Funny is in Texas,
Gotcha.
Killeen, Texas. I was always speaking so fast. I was speaking so fast, and I guess that was that nervousness, but
Yeah.
I still had a little funny, but it wasn't coming out the correct way like I want to. Shout out to Miss Barbara the Funny. She told me, she said, Triple P. I asked, I said, what would you change about me? She said, I won't change nothing about you, but you just need to slow down a little bit, let that magic happen, relax.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, time did exactly, boss.
I'm in
Time.
I'm in acting now, and I've been acting for a few years now and done a few movies, and the importance of
Congratulations.
timing
Yeah,
and
time.
knowing how to slow it down and letting it breathe and letting the scene kind of grow and develop. That's so important. And I can only imagine it being on stage, because your words and your actions, you're telling the story. You are creating the laughter. So timing, I'm sure, is everything. So when you dealt
Time.
with that, did you get booed, or it was just quiet? And I'm sure, is there
I
any
got maybe a couple of chuckles, but it was just like a lot of people looking at me like, what the hell is this man doing? What kind of story he trying to act and put
right?
together?
I almost feel like that'd be worse than a boo, because it's like you ain't giving me
Yes.
nothing. Like there's no
Yeah.
reaction.
Yes. I don't know if they're shot. I'd rather for you to boo me or clap for me. The stare is the worst one. They just looking at you like,
Right. Oh my goodness. Ooh,
say something, baby. Say something.
I'd have been sweating bullets on stage. I've
I
5 minutes
know.
probably felt like 5 years on that motherfucker. Whoo. But okay, so talk about some of the people, because I'm sure that the first time you did comedy wasn't the first time you enjoyed and listened to comedy. So talk about some of the people that you kind of looked up to, and some of the
Uh,
people that you kind of hone in on to kind of look for motivation with your style of comedy.
yes, sir. I'm gonna go back to Kiara again. I
Yeah,
mean, 'cause 25 years of my life. So
yeah,
I used to take Kiara to Arlington Improv before I even became a comedian. We used to watch uh, uh, Ari Spears, Linnell, a lot of them, Marlon Wayne, a lot of comics before I even got into comedy. They remember me for trying to promote my daughter. That's probably why they gave me so big of a platform, so much elevate. They said, we know who you are, Corey or comedian for helping your daughter. So when I went out to Arlington Improv, they remember me going there for my daughter. So going for me, they were looking like, whoa. So Marlon Wayne is funny. Ari Spears, Eddie Griffin, Charlie Murphy. I'm just like the student of comedy, believe it or not. I love comedy. I love Benny Hill. I love the Three Stooges, Albert Costello. I don't know if you remember that back in the day.
yep, yep.
Ernest Go to Jail, Kevin Hart, Keenan. I just love comedy and period. You funny, I love you.
I could see some of those motivations when you said it. When I watched you, the first person I've always thought about when I watched your comedy was Marlon, because he was one of the masters at that physical style of comedy on stage and on. Y'all don't look alike, but clearly like the style. I'm like, that kind of, he gives me like that Marlon Wayans vibe. And then when you say the Stooges and you say Ernest, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, yeah, Marlon. I went to see Marlon just recently too. Yeah, his style is physical and he got it. He real limber. But I'm a big dude, so
Yeah.
I could run into a wall and be like, Lord, I ain't saying I'm trying to break myself up, but I could run into a wall. But I ain't gonna lie, the one day I don't know if I broke my rib, I don't know if I hurt myself. I did a shower skit and hit that hit that ground
Uh,
for real. I said, oh, I was laying there for about 2 weeks. I said, baby, I'm hurt for real, for real. I said, baby, I can't move. But when you see me do these skits, these really real skits. This ain't no he faking. Whatever the camera is and whatever it happened, one take, that's it. You're really real skit. They ain't no I run it back or I play it again. They really real skit. Like comedy at the finest, purest point. Comedian Triple P.
how do you come up with your skits? Like, do you have anybody that comes up with it with you? Who's filming it? Like, how do you go about the creation of creating the skits?
Believe it or not, I just hit play. Record. That's it. Whatever TV show that come in my mind, I'll see. I do it. So I did a skit just recently about Michael Jordan jumping over the basketball. I don't know if you've seen that.
Man, tore that damn
And
court up. Yeah, I saw that jump.
I try
He
to.
said, I forgot to jump.
I forgot to jump. My legs gave out. I just ran into the. I just ran into the bats. I said, whatever happened, happened. Lord have mercy. I know that's a bad way to do it, but that's the way I do it. I don't know why.
Is it a bad way to do it though? Have you found success from it? So I mean,
Oh, I know. You probably don't see many people do stuff like that no more.
right. How was the reaction of your peers when they see you doing that type of stuff?
Man,
Are they with it? Or like, dog, you need
some people say,
insurance
boy, you
policy.
just
You crazy.
stupid.
Like,
Yeah, my family from New Jersey, they come, they said, boy, you stupid. You was dumb. They said, they said, boy, you was dumb. You stupid. Like, when Marlon Wayne said, bring comedy back, I believe I'm bringing comedy back, the purest form, back in the day with the Three Stooges, Mo. Some people like, I'm like the Mo, Abbott Costello. I'm just like Ernest Go to Jail. I like all that. And I'm just blending that, Kevin Hart, Marlon, all that to make a big old 300-pound comedian Triple P.
do you see this kind of spawning into film? Because a lot of the names that you named, a lot of them eventually kind of evolved into film as well. Or do you kind of you want to just keep it on stage and on the internet, or not the internet, but on social media?
Believe it or not, though, both I did 2 films already. I did like a small little film in Chanel Liquor. Shout out to Baby Maker, Mr. Biz. That's my drink. I had 3 baby makers. I think I really was trying to make a baby. So shout out to them. I did a small film with them, and I did another small film with another TV production, but I wrote a cassette and I really can't talk about it. And just recently last night with Keenan and them, I did like a little TV something comedy. I can't really talk about signing consent, but I did 3 actually small little projects, though, believe it or not.
No, I believe it, bro.
I'm moving a little bit though, too, I guess.
I see you. And real quick, we are on Viral Hip Hop News Artist Spotlight right now with my brother, comedian Triple P out of Texas, currently in Atlanta, about to do his thing on the comedy stage. Real quick, let the people know where you can find me, because I got a couple people in the comments asking who I'm speaking to. We're about to let you know who we're speaking to, the next and up-and-coming baddest comic out here in the game. And go follow him on social media. What's your social media handle, brother?
Thank you. You can follow me at Best Majestic 12, comedian Triple P on all platforms. And boss, and can I say something, one more thing before I leave? You can hear me? Okay. I like to give a shout out to Papa Zoe Management, Rick Ross, Car Show 4, SCK Media TV, Twerk Squad. They believed in me too. Without them, I don't think I would have pushed as hard. I met Rick Ross, the boss. I ain't gonna lie, I was excited. I tried to hug him. I didn't want to let go. I'm the only pimp in America with a negative bank account. It looked like he wanted to hit me in the head with a stick. I said, boss, don't do this, boss. I love you. So shout out to them. So that really pushed me and made me go. Because, I mean, I'm not the type of comedian that go against nobody. But when I met Rick Ross, the boss, I was excited. I'm like, wow. A pimp with a negative bank account sitting next to one of the richest rappers in the business.
Next to the one you said you doing stuff with Keenan, man. I asked Keenan Thompson on Saturday Night Live and doing big things and doing things to do with the kids. That's a big deal, brother. How you get hooked up with him?
Hey, boss, I think I went to one of their little showcases. I met the assistant management, Cherie, and her husband. and they've been working with me ever since. And I also met Mr. Keenan, and he signed my T-shirt. I said, "I'm the only pimp in America with a negative bank account." For real, like I'm begging for help. But at the same time, I'm trying to be professional. Mr.
Yeah,
Keenan is an icon. He's a leader, one of the longest member on SNL. Man, I salute their whole staff, their whole everybody. Man, they like a farm of comedy from young all the way up to 85 years old. So no matter how old you are, don't give up on your dream. Man, anything is possible. I'm living proof. Shout out to Keenan and Cherie and the whole family.
brother, you have a relentless style in networking the right way,
Yes, sir.
and I like you. You don't give up. You don't take no for an answer, but you do it in such a positive light. Like I feel like you can walk in any room and be able to maneuver in that room just because of who you are and the energy that you carry. Is that like I've asked you kind of something similar a little earlier, but is that natural? Is that something you kind of just had to develop? Because when we talked from the first time we talked, you had me. I'm like, damn, this brother he's serious, he's real, he's funny as hell, but he's compassionate. He's passionate about what he's talking about. He's passionate about his product. At that time, that was making sure your daughter got to the highest mantles in music. And now I see you doing the same thing with your own career in comedy. So was that always kind of like in you just to network and be around people and talk the way you do? Or is that something you had to develop as well?
Hey, boss, I just want to say the first thing that helped me was my grandmother's half white. So my half of my family light skinned like you. My grandmother's half white. So no disrespect. I
Yeah.
learned to love everybody.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I don't look at black, white, green, Hispanic. I learned to love everybody, the whole circle, no matter who you are. You got love for me, I got love for you. No matter, it's some wonderful people in all races, it's bad people in all races. So
Right.
I don't look at racism and all that. I know it's out there, but I look at me as a person to love everybody. Everybody love me? No. But I gotta be responsible for myself. I got love for everybody. Gangs, drug users, drug dealers, everybody I respect. You know what I'm saying, Paul? Because who am I to judge? I'm not a judge.
Right.
So
Factual.
I just learned to try to love everybody and
And it
respect
shows, brother.
everybody.
And it shows, brother. It definitely does.
I
So you're currently
appreciate
out in
that.
Atlanta. I know you're
Yes,
in a
I'm in
hotel.
Atlanta right
You're
now.
about to do your thing, man. You're moving, you're grooving. Talk about what you got going on in Atlanta tonight, brother.
Oh, okay. I did a show with Keenan Presents last night, Friday night, and they somehow, I don't know if I did good. The producers and the TV director said they wanted me and my wife to do a little something together on a big table, sit down and talk and discuss. And they did ask me who we're the pants in the relationship. And I'm about to say, that threw me off a little bit. Like, you asked me if I'm drunk, intoxicated, or you asking me regular. If I'm drunk and intoxicated, I don't know who wear the pants sometimes. I hope I do, Lord, but Lord have mercy. But that's inside the barrel, right?
Oh man, always out here full of laughs, comedian
Yes,
Triple
sir.
P. Definitely appreciate you.
No, I
One of my
appreciate
last
you.
questions would be, where
Yes,
do
sir.
you where do you see your comedy going, brother? Like you out here, you doing it now. You rubbing elbows with some of the best in comedy. They got you traveling, they got you moving. What's the goal, man? What's the end game in this comedy shit for you, brother?
Boss, honestly, if you really want to hear the God honest truth, this is what I would hope to be or hope to do one day. I would hope to be in a big old film one day to make a lot of money, and I would take some of that money and just give it to my daughter
Mm.
to let her do her own record thing and help hope that she make it and do the right things with it and give back to the community and to my family and try to help other people to make it and try to do a small business for other people to make it. Because to me, it's not all about money. It's all about trying to give back and be blessings to the ones that blessed you and bless others.
25 years in with your daughter, y'all have had a falling out. You're killing it in comedy, and your overall end game is to work hard and still provide for your daughter.
Yeah.
That's some real father shit right there, brother. That's some real father shit right there. I hope whoever's listening now, whoever's listening later on, I'm taking note. I hope you take note of it. Like I said, I got 2 young children. Everything's great right now. Hopefully, as they become and blossom into adults, it stays good. But if it don't, I'm always going to support. I'm always going to love, bro. And that gave me chills thinking about that. Like I said, yeah, you ain't spoke to your daughter in years. You out here doing your own thing, and the first thing you said was, "I'm gonna get some money, and I'm gonna help her still." Man,
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
powerful, brother.
boss, can I say one more thing?
You could say 2 more things, brother. Go ahead.
And boss, the only reason I remember watching her at 5 years old trying to write music. when she was 13, 14 years old, the young lady had about 2,000 songs written. The girl is very talented. I'll be lying to say that wasn't an inspiration to push. She was one of the greatest athletes I've seen perform on the track, one of the hardest working young lady write and sing. So that's still in my mind. I seen all that what she did. Salute to Jade Mastertov. I ain't got no disrespect, no hate, nothing against my daughter. I want her to make it and succeed. And I also like to give a shout out to my other daughters. I got another daughter in college going for an engineer. I got another daughter running track. My stepdaughter still love her like my own daughter running track, succeeded. And I got an 8-year-old gifted and talented and reading. I believe in hooked on phonics and I believe in education. And I'd like to give a shout out to my lovely wife, all the people at Doubletree, everybody in Arlington, everybody across the world. Salute to all. Salute to you, Mr. Ant, for having me. God bless you and your cousin. Much respect. You know the history. Thank you for having me, sir.
Nah, man, I do know the history, man, and I want to continue to create history with you, brother. So you got my number, man. Anytime you need something, anytime you want to talk, I'm one call away, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. Comedian Triple P on Viral Hip Hop News Artist Spotlight. Real quick before you get up out of here, let the people know one more time where they can find you, where they can follow you on social media, and where they can listen to your content.
Yes, if you want to hear a big old fat out of shape Jackie Chan comedian for real, gamma gamma gamma, you can go to Best Majestic 12, comedian Triple P on all platforms. Comedian Triple P, the only pimp in America with a negative bank account.
You heard it here first. Appreciate you, brother. Comedian Triple P on Viral Hip Hop News. Till next time, brother. Much love.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate you.
Anytime. Thank you. All right, another episode of Artist Spotlight is in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate all the engagement in the chat. I appreciate my brother, comedian Triple P, coming on and sharing his story, man. I always enjoy listening to that brother. He's like I said, full of positivity, infectious with positivity, always smiling, always giving real positive support, and gave some real truth and real game. If you want to be highlighted on Artist Spotlight, email me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Corey got my number, so he texted me. It was a little faster. But if y'all want to get in contact, email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Music, comedy, your product. If you have a brand out here, if you want to just promote it more, spotlight it more, I'm your brother for you, man. Email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. About to get up out of here, man. It's Saturday. It's 12 o'clock. It's 60 degrees in New Jersey. I'm about to go rake some leaves, man. But until next time, until next story, I love each and every one of y'all. I hope you enjoyed. Love yourselves. I'm out of here, man. Deuces.